Hello everyone. Today we will explore how to access a Cisco switch without a console cable. Sometimes, you don't have a console cable handy. Or maybe the console port is not working. Don't worry, there are other ways to get into your switch. Let's dive in. First, we'll look at using Telnet. Telnet is a simple protocol for remote access. It's often enabled by default on older switches. You need to know the switch's IP address to use Telnet. Open your command prompt. Type Telnet followed by the IP address of your switch. For example, Telnet 192.168.1.1. If prompted, enter the username and password. Remember, Telnet is not secure. It sends data in plain text. So, it is not recommended for production networks. Next, let's consider SSH. SSH is a more secure alternative to Telnet. It encrypts all data transmitted between your computer and the switch. SSH is the preferred method for remote access. To use SSH, you need an SSH client. PuTTY is a popular free SSH client. Download and install PuTTY. Open PuTTY and enter the switch's IP address. Select SSH as the connection type. Click Open. Enter your username and password. SSH is much safer than Telnet. It protects your credentials from eavesdropping. Now, let's talk about the web interface. Many Cisco switches have a web interface. You can access it through a web browser. Find the IP address of the switch. Open your web browser. Type the IP address into the address bar. You'll see a login page. Enter your username and password. The web interface provides a graphical way to manage the switch. You can configure VLANs, ports, and other settings. Keep in mind that the web interface may require Java. Make sure Java is installed and up to date. Another way to connect is through an auxiliary port, AUX. AUX port is usually used with a modem. However, you can configure it to use it just like the console port. You will need the same console cable. Connect the console cable to the AUX port instead of the console port and use the terminal program like PuTTY. Finally, a temporary solution could be leveraging another device. If you have another switch or router that you can access, you might be able to connect to the target switch through it. Configure a VLAN or routing to allow access from the intermediate device to the target switch's IP address, and then use Telnet or SSH from the intermediate device. Remember to reconfigure your network after you have accessed the target switch. Keep in mind that default passwords pose a significant security risk. Always change the default username and password on your Cisco switch immediately. This will prevent unauthorized access. Regularly update your switch's firmware. This will patch security vulnerabilities. Secure your network. Use strong passwords and access control lists. That's it for today's video. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more networking tips and tricks. Consider supporting the channel through Patreon or other means. Your support helps me create more valuable content. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos.